All right. Are we live? Stream's only a couple seconds behind. That's not too bad. Turn the volume up my phone. All right, we got 4 people watching right now. Welcome to the stream, to the 4 people who are watching right now. Hopefully a couple more people join. I'm doing this on my computer, so the quality is not going to be very good, but oh well. This is my picnic area set from season 4, and I've been filming on it. Today I filmed between like 4 and 5, I don't know. So, all right. Let's see if anyone else is joined. 5 people watching. All right. Hey, Muddy Poppins and Express Studios. What's going on? Got 5 people watching. I don't expect this live stream to be too crazy, considering I don't have many subs, but I just wanted to do it because I miss it. I haven't done it in months, and I just wanted to talk to people, I guess. So, hey, Sodor Train Stories. So for this live stream, I'm mainly going to be taking this set down, building a new one for episode 7, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm probably not going to film any scenes, probably more like stock footage, so I'm not giving away spoilers. So what's up, Neville Productions? I'm still awkwardly talking because I haven't done this in a really, really long time because of YouTube's stupid policy with having 1K subs for mobile, and also you have to have an iPhone 8. And I have an iPhone 6, so that's a rip in the chat. So 6 people watching. It's not bad so far. Hopefully you get a few more. I do kind of want to make this like a semi-regular thing, maybe like twice a month or so. That would be ideal. Because there's no way I'm doing this like once a week or once every weekend or something. Do you have a Trackmaster Freddy? Yes, I do. Let me go ahead and grab him real quick. It is there were 3 versions of Freddy made. There was one made in 2008. One made in like 2009 that had like slightly less detail, and then the Trackmaster 2 one. So I have the 2009 one. So it doesn't have like the back cab details, and I think its top comes off differently. I'm not sure, but he still looks pretty good. So I do like Freddy. I do like Freddy's Trackmaster model. So I do agree. He's definitely one of the better looking Trackmaster engines because when it comes to the narrow gauge engines, honestly, these 3 are the best looking ones. Rheneas looks okay. Rusty and Duncan are horrible, in my opinion. Not horrible. Rusty's not terrible, but Duncan is just way too long. And Rusty's face is just way, way too big. So I'm kind of biased, but I do think the Trackmaster Star Handle model is one of the best out there. I did add eyebrow details. I would like to change those, and I completely tore off the old nameplate. I'm probably gonna get the custom Trackmaster nameplates, rip that one off, and put the custom Trackmaster ones on. Because if I can rip it off and get it just as blue as this, then I should be in the clear, and the nameplate should be more clear to see. I might do the same for Peter Sam, because that one's, it's kind of hard to see the name, especially here. So what's up, the Thomas Lover? The 2006 Freddy is one of the best models ever made. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. I'm looking at my collection right now. I can't really decide right now which one is like the best. I think Arthur looks good. The 08 Shunters look really good, like the old style ones. Airy and Bert especially, their faces are brilliant. So I do like the Trackmaster Nace. I just think he's a little chunky, if you get my meaning. Like, he's a bit too, like, his boiler's a bit too thick. He's a bit too wide and tall, in my opinion. And his face is a little, big. Especially, like, give me 1 second. If we were to compare Skarloey and Rheneas' faces, Rheneas is a lot bigger than Skarloey's. It's kind of insane. So, I mean, the model itself is good. Oh yeah, the reason he has these as if he's looking for side rods is because these came with Oliver, and his wheels don't work too well. Like, sometimes he kind of like gets stuck, as you just saw there. He kind of gets stuck. So I wanted to switch him out with Oliver because, I don't know, I plan on using Oliver more. I don't know. He's not going to be around anytime soon, and Rheneas is in this upcoming episode, but oh well, he's been working okay so far. There were only a couple shots where I had trouble with him. So let me just line up all these guys. Rheneas doesn't get stuck and works pretty well. It's just the wheels. Everything else about him is fine. It's just the wheels. I'm probably gonna. What I want to do is accumulate a bunch of like old engines and yada yada yada, turn them either into like custom engines or scrap engines, and then use their parts to fix up the models I really want to use, or use my old models to fix up new models, I guess. I don't know. So 5 little engines. That's not a terrible idea. I might end up doing that one day. I was going to call this episode 4 Little Engines, but to be completely honest, Rheneas appears for like the first 10 minutes and then doesn't appear for the rest of the episode, and you'll see why. So I got 2 Olivers and made one into a scrap Oliver. Dude, you should have like detailed one, like made a white running board painted in the eyes or something. That would look really cool. And then just keep the other Oliver the same. But that's kind of cool because I think there's only one 14XX tank around today. Opinion on Trackmaster Customs YouTuber. The Custom Trackmasters. I adore what he does. It's absolutely insane the way he restores his engines. It's so cool to watch. I love, like, I bought his Donald and Douglas stickers. Let me get them out. They were only like $5. Like, he sells them for so cheap, and you get a bunch of them. Or they were only like $2 actually. I bought the number plates, whatever, like these square things in front of their cabs, their nameplates, number plates, and their cab windows. I already took 2 off to put on Douglas because the Trackmaster 2012-2013 version does not have cab windows, but the 2006, 7, and 8 one does. So I decided to add the cab windows in order to make them look similar. So, and also now that I have the nameplates, I can finally fix Donald and Douglas because their nameplates have been missing for about a year and a half or about 2 years now, because I wanted to, back when I was trying to film all the episodes at once without good lighting or set dressing at all, I wanted to cover up their nameplates, so I put like a black piece of paper and tape over their nameplates. And when I took it off, the stickers ripped off with it, and I was devastated. But thankfully, thanks to Custom Trackmasters, I can replace them. So good to know. All right, I'm way behind on this chat here. You gave Thomas Lever gave Renee's and Scarlowe moving side rods. That's pretty cool. I've been thinking about doing that for Scarlowe, Peter Sam, and Renee's. It's kind of, I would be okay with it if it wasn't so inconsistent, because they did it with Scarlowe, Peter Sam, Renee's, and I sort of Duke and Bertram, but they didn't for like Sir Handel and Duncan and Proteus and Luke. So yeah, I seriously don't understand why they gave some of the Trackmaster engines plastic unmoving side rods. Yeah, I do like it. It looks better than just like the basic side rods because I don't know. I do like that because their side rods are very small. Although they could have pulled an Oliver and given them like the smaller side rods. I think that could have worked. But I mean, the only other engine that they used those types of side rods on was Edward. So honestly, it would be tough, I guess. But his side rods broke off. Oh, don't even bother trying to glue those back on. My dash, his it's so weird. I have no idea how it happened. It happened like 8 years ago. But his side rod just completely like fell off, and trying to get it off so I can replace it with my Percy side rod so I can actually get dash like working again, because I forgot to put the screw back in him, but because trying to run him now, he like trips on the side rod and just derails him. He like trips on the rails and derails himself if you put it like this. So it doesn't really work. So he can't really run that well unless you like fling it back here. And even then, if he arrives at a set of points, he's done. Trackmaster Customs is literally the savior of Trackmaster users. He really is. Because if you lose like a sticker detail, you can literally get it replaced. Oh, not his side rods, but the things that hold Oliver's side rods. Oh, the black part on his middle two wheels. Oh, I know what you mean. You mean like this. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's not good. Oliver's a very unique design in his like side rods. Edwards is somewhat similar due to its like short length, but other than that, it's not. I do like Oliver. People say that the Oliver is ugly. I disagree. I mean, the face isn't the best, but the model itself is beautiful. It's not very well detailed, but that's how Tomy was. I mean, people like that about the old style wooden railway, so why can't old Tomy users? Got 7 people watching. That's not bad. It's not bad. I'm reading the chat off my phone. I have my computer facing the other way, so once in a while I'm going to turn the camera, like put my finger over the camera just to check over the battery, just to be safe. So, although I did get outlets in recently. All right. I think people don't like Tomy. Tomy didn't have detail was because of their larger scale, so they had more room to do more detail. That's true. But I mean, that's true. But I'm sure they didn't have much of a budget back then, so adding in those smaller details also would not have been ideal. So 10 o'clock. Good Lord. I'm probably only gonna stream for like an hour and a half, like an hour. So because it's 10 o'clock here and the fam is asleep, so I don't want to be up too late, and my doggy's asleep, and I don't want to scare him for too long. So, okay. Has anyone got any questions Just go ahead and spam them in the or not spam them, just throw them in the chat so we can get some discussions going. In the meantime, oh, Custom Track Masters just uploaded. Let's see what he has to do. Oh, we got a bunch of new turns. Oh yeah, the Magic Railroad parody is coming out tomorrow. I am so excited for that. I'm so excited. It's I can tell he's like Vinny is like working his butt off because apparently he ended up in the hospital for like overworking himself and like exerting himself. So, how's episode 7 coming along? Really well. I'm like the episode is like 85% filmed. There's like a scene left to film or like 2 scenes left to film and then just a bunch of stock footage. So I could honestly wrap it tomorrow, and editing will probably take me about 2 weeks. So I could probably not, like September 2nd is my goal for the episode, and it's absolutely possible because I got pretty much all of episode 6 edited in like a week and a half. So if I can just like hammer down and like not procrastinate on my schoolwork or this, I can absolutely get it done. So thoughts on the new missing coach stills that were revealed? I'm really happy that they were finally leaked because I had a sneaking suspicion that SIF was the sole reason that they're not out there. So, like after I found out they were just a bunch of tool bags, I was just like, they're definitely the ones that are like holding the missing coach. So, and I mean, I don't really know why it was cut in favor of a bunch of like the really mediocre season 2 episodes. Like a bunch of the Thomas and Percy episodes were just mediocre at best. Like they weren't bad; they were okay. But I definitely would have preferred to see missing coach. Like they could have cut Double Trouble or what is it? Better Than Never. Those are the 2 that are off the top of my head that they absolutely could have cut. All the others, they feel right in this season, but like those 2 episodes in particular, they didn't really need to be there. They could have just set that back for another season. How weird is it to get new classic Thomas content in 2020? It's very surreal. It's very surreal. It's kind of weird because it kind of feels like we're going back in time looking at those images and like those behind the scenes pictures, but it's very cool to see just how far they got into filming before the episode was actually cut, because I guarantee you they were like the only things that they could have, sorry, I can't talk. I think the only scenes they had left to film were the Thomas scenes. Like they probably filmed the Thomas scenes at Tidmouth, but they probably had like a couple shots of him freaking along his branch line, and the missing coach itself being like an orange coach is kind of a relief because it would be really jarring to watch Thomas pull Annie and Clarabelle and then like this big red express coach or this big green express coach. That would just be so weird to look at. They should have cut Better Late Than Never because that's the one that I personally find weaker. Yeah, Double Trouble is good. Better Late Than Never is just weird. I don't really know what the point is or like the message is. So I don't really know what that story was. It's not bad. It's just okay. SIF has apparently had those stills for over a decade. That does not even remotely surprise me because SIF is scum. So, just grabbing my buddy's handle here. How do you feel about? Speaking of which, how do you feel about the Tomister handle having gray white wheels? Well, this one doesn't. He has black wheels because this is like the 2009 version. You can tell it's 2009/10 because he does not have the holes under the wheels, unlike Douglas. Although these are Salty's wheels, because once again, this came in box too, and the wheels were wonky, so I swapped them with Salty because I knew I wanted to use Douglas this season. So honestly, a bit of a backstory behind all of Sodor Then and Now. The sole reason I didn't do any of this earlier was because I was missing three major characters: Douglas, Oliver, and Proteus. I got Douglas back in like 2017, like 3 years ago. I ordered him on my mom and I ordered him off of eBay. I got Oliver in like I ordered him in like June 2018, got him in like July, and then the final piece to the puzzle was Proteus, and I finally got him in September. And I was just like, that's it. That is the final piece I need. I had written all the scripts. I was about halfway through refilming episode 1, and I was just like, that's it. That is the final piece of the puzzle. I can add a little scene with Proteus in episode 1. Proteus is a big player, so are Douglas and Oliver, obviously. This series is happening. Let's do this. And that's kind of how it went. So the quality does not look good right now, but there's nothing I can really do about that. All right. Anyone else have any more questions? Oh yeah, I kind of mistracked. Tommy Sirhandle having gray / white wheels. It's basically like the Rheneas from like the wooden railway Rheneas from like 2003 and 4. It just looks god awful and just does not suit him at all. I know the Rheneas came from like a magazine story, but I have no idea what the origin of Sirhandle with black wheels came from. I don't even know where that came from. That's just weird. So. All right. How many people we got watching? 6. Somebody dipped. All right. What should we talk about? What do we got here? Trackmaster Squidward. Who would I do that with? I could probably do that with like Rusty or Boko, since they both have like big faces, I guess. Or like, oh no, Diesel 10 would be perfect. How many episodes long is season 1 of your series? There's going to be 10. If you look in the the about section of my channel, you'll see all the episode titles. And episode 7 is like nearly completely filmed. Ignore the summer vacation Koopling audio play. I canceled that. That's probably not going to happen. I canceled it because I lost interest in the project. I thought the dialogue was kind of cringy. I didn't really finish the script. I kind of just like went along with the script, recorded like as I was writing the script, so it didn't turn out very good. Because back then I was on like a big Koopling hype train for some reason. Because I was like big into Smash at the time, and I was playing as all the Kooplings because Bowser Jr. is my main. So yeah, I cut that project. I might pick it up again. I didn't delete it. It's kind of stored in the back of my iMovie. But yeah, episode 7 is called Old Faithful. It's about Skarloey, and Sirhandle and Peter Sam have supporting roles, and Rheneas is kind of there too. Episode 8 is called The Great Western Way. And 9 is the Caledonian Twins. I might rename both of those episodes. And episode 10's title is a cover-up title. The real title will be revealed once the episode is actually released, because I don't want to spoil what's actually going to happen. Episode 10 is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be crazy. Lots of stuff is going to go down. These next 3 episodes especially are going to be building up to it a lot, because the time gap between episodes 6 and 7 is a long time. As in, like, episode 6 takes place about 2 months before the Wall Street crash, and episode 7 takes place maybe 6 or 7 years after World War II concludes. So we're in like the brink of the Cold War during episode 7. So it's a big time gap, like 20 to 30 years. Yeah, it's like 25 years. 1953 is when episode 7 takes place. So I do have a way that I want to incorporate dates into my episodes in the future without actually like telling you the date or showing you the date like on screen with like text. What I want to do is I want to include like a song that was released the year the episode takes place. And I'm kind of doing this with my Christmas special that's coming out after episode 7, in which it starts with a Frank Sinatra Christmas song, and the short film takes place about 6 years after that song came out. So, or 7 actually, like 8 years, I don't know. My series is 10 episodes per season as well. What a coincidence. Yeah, 10 to 15 seems to be like the easy way to go. Because that's like a good number. 20 is like kind of pushing it, especially for one season for me. Especially since my episodes are so long, and episode 7 is probably going to be about 5 minutes longer than episode 6. It's just going to keep getting longer. 8 might be a bit short. Like 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all going to be about the same length, between like 35 and 45 minutes long. And then episode 10 is going to be about an hour. So, and then the movie, What's Up, Train Master 16? The movie, which I haven't really touched in a little while because I've been working on episode 7. I'm thinking it's going to be about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. And that is a project I've been working on for 4.5 years, since like early 2016. So, anything you guys want to like see? Any like my collection, my studio? I've changed it up quite a bit. I got a bunch of shelves recently. I changed my display quite a bit. It's kind of messy right now because I'm in the middle of filming. But are there like any particular items you guys want to see? Just type it in the chat. I'm gonna check something real quick while you guys are doing that. Remember when Scruffy and Toad got 3D faces instead of stickers? Yeah, those are incredibly rare. It's like they're like really, really hard to find. Do you have a Trackmaster lighthouse, the one that lights up? No, I have a lighthouse. I don't know where it is, but it does not light up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm not finding that. It's way back there. You know what? I'll try. If you're digging, that's what it is. I'm looking for the light. I'm looking for the non-lighting up lighthouse. It's small. Yeah, I give up. I'm making too much noise. I like 10 because usually the 10th episode is a special episode, which means I can have more content in it. Helps to avoid filler episodes. Yeah, I hate filler episodes. None of my series is going to have filler episodes. If I want to do like little one-off stories, I have a little plan for that, where I'm going to do like episode like 1.5 or like 2.5 or like 2.8 or something, because I want to have like little one-off stories, some of which are like adaptations of real stories that take place in between the episodes. The episodes themselves all serve a purpose to build up to the finale. The only episode that I can think of that might not do that is episode 5 sort of does not really do much to build up to the finale. At least like the main plot anyway. Episode 4, the whole NWR becoming its own separate thing, it does play a role in what's going to happen in episode 10. Episode 3 has a role, 2, 1, and 6 with the post-credit scene. If you're paying attention, you'll know what the whole buildup is about, and you'll know who is the center point of the buildup. So I've got a 3D face Trackmaster Scruffy. Got a 3D face Scruffy a few months ago, $25. Yeah, 3D Scruffy does look really good. I just haven't bothered to look for it because I don't even have like the paper face Scruffy. I don't have any version of Scruffy, although I'm probably going to need it for next season. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm not too worried about Scruffy. The things I'm like worried about right now is just, I don't know. I'll get into that later. Someone asked something I missed. Where'd you get the sky backdrop? I honestly do not know because my mom got it for me. It looks a lot better than the old one in my opinion because the old one was just painted on like a poster board, and it looks good, but it's just not as good as the sky backdrop. Fun fact, that sky backdrop is actually sideways because it's more meant to be like vertical rather than horizontal, but you can't really tell. But have fun now with that. I mentioned that in the behind the scenes video too. Actually, that might be the episode 7 behind the scenes where I spoiled that. So, all right, got 6 people watching once again. Oh, I hit 160 subs. That's nice. In season 2 of my series, it's going to be like one standalone story, but I'm thinking of dropping hints so it doesn't feel like filler. The thing is, you don't have to with my series. There's going to be like episodes where characters that aren't in the main spotlight for the overall story are going to get an episode to themselves simply because I want them to have like their own little arc, their own little stories, and not like abandon them. Because truth be told, I freaking abandoned Gordon and Toby this season. Like they're not going to do much at all. Characters like James, Henry, and Thomas are going to have big roles throughout the entirety of the series, honestly. James especially is going to have a big role. Donald and Douglas are going to have big roles, or Handel, obviously. And then other characters, like a lot of the hit Nitrogen era characters, they're not going to do much throughout the course of the series. I have like a few select characters that are going to be like in the spotlight, including a few human characters. Because the whole point of the show is to see Sodor's transformation from the beginning to modern day. And by beginning, I mean when like the day Edward arrives on Sodor to 2020 is, I don't know. Because by the time this series ends, it'll be freaking 2040. But yeah. Any updates on the Duke the Lost Engine movie? I haven't really touched it in a long time. I haven't really done much with it, but I haven't really filmed much with it simply because I don't have any of the props I want. I want to replace Sir Handel and Peter Sam. Duke's ready to go. Proteus might be ready to go. I might end up replacing his motor because he's just way too slow. No, I will not do a face reveal. Not yet, anyway. When I'm older, maybe. I want to make like a bunch of customs. I mentioned this before. I want to make a bunch of like the mid Sodor engines as customs. Atlas, Andreas, Albert, Jim, couple others. Do you use Google Maps? Not really. I do to drive places, I guess. When did you watch Thomas and Friends? If you mean when I first got into Thomas, I was about 2 years old, so about X years ago. If you don't show your face, I will tell your parents. Okay. Do it then. I dare you. I first got into Thomas when I was like two. My grandmother showed it to me, or no, we had a bunch of the VHS tapes because my brothers watched it, but my grandmother got me this Tommy Thomas. Like this Tommy Thomas for my second birthday. I wasn't really into it at first, but oh yeah. Fun fact, this is the Tommy Thomas top, but this is a different version of Thomas. Like this is the bottom part. As you can see, it says Hit Toys. The Tommy one is completely destroyed, completely like battered up and ruined. So I ended up replacing it. But this is like OG Tommy Thomas. So this is as classic as you're gonna get. It still looks good. He's missing an eyebrow, but he still is in really good shape even after all these years, which I'm happy about. So what can you do? I do really like this one's face. I think this Thomas is iconic, especially because he's like the face of my channel right now, or this guy is. These two are like the faces of my channel right now because Thomas is a big character. I will tell Grandma on you. Yeah, good luck with that. You can make Smudger from a Trackmaster Rheneas. I'm definitely gonna do that. And I'm also going to make Andreas. It's gonna be cheap and it's not the same color, but I really don't care. I'm gonna get the yellow Rheneas. I'm gonna get two of them. I'm gonna get one just to have, and I'm gonna turn one into Andreas. And yeah. Do you watch South Park? No, I don't know what that is. Do you watch Disney princesses? And who is your favorite princess? I don't really watch the princesses, but if I had to choose one, probably the girl from Aladdin, I guess. Do you like Neville? And do you have plans for him in a project? I do have a big plan for Neville. I'm not sure if it's going to be season 2 or 3. But he's going to be in like a duo episode with Murdoch. They're going to be introduced like together. And it's a really cool story that I've been wanting to tell for a while, where Neville feels like the underdog when compared to Murdoch, but I don't want to spoil it. It's a cool story. It's a cool story. I'm really excited to tell. But I'm just not sure if I want to do it in season 2 because I don't want to introduce too many characters at once. I already have a lot of characters I want to introduce in season 2. Rusty, Duncan, Boko, Mavis, Bear. I want to make a custom of Bear. Daisy. Do you watch? Good God. What grade are you in? Not saying. Do you watch Simpsons? No. King of Hill? No. Family Guy? No. I don't really watch much TV. Okay, buddy. Time to put you in timeout. All right. I like Neville, but I don't like Thomas the New Engine. Yeah, the episode itself isn't good. Neville doesn't have much of a character, to be honest, but I can make a character of him. And he has a really cool design. So I'm not going to bash you for liking Neville. Charlie never existed on Sodor. He was a figment of Billy's imagination. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Charlie is Billy after he got braces. Timeout corner intensifies. Yeah, he's asking for personal info. I ain't gonna give it to him. So sucks to suck. He probably dipped. He probably like dipped after that because I'm down to 6. I'm down to 6 viewers. Didn't Neville have like 2 lines in his first episode? I don't even know if he spoke. I think he spoke like once. I don't even remember. I haven't watched the episode in like forever. I don't even remember what he is supposed to sound like. So, but yeah, I would like to introduce Neville. Give him a cool character. Give him a little arc. He's not going to play like a major role in the show, but I can write 2 or 3 episodes about him. Neville spoke in his first episode and in his third. What was his third episode? I didn't even know. I didn't even think he appeared after his first episode. I mean, I know he made a cameo in the one episode where Whiff is introduced. I know he appeared in it. I didn't know it was. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. The season 12 episode. I remember that now. I remember that. They brought a lot of characters back for just that one season. They brought back the little Western guys, Doc and Oliver and the Scotts. They brought back Bill and Ben. They brought back literally like all of the hit era characters just for that season, besides maybe Molly and Dennis. They brought back like freaking Murdoch and Neville, and they brought back, I think Arthur appeared at one point with no eyes, which still terrifies me to this day. So, all right. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Muddy Popkins. Season 12 only has like 2 good episodes. I do not like season 12 at all. Not only are the episodes like really bad, it is just abysmal to look at. The lighting is terrible. The CGI faces are ugly. I just can't stand to watch. Like, if I were to ever binge watch Thomas, I would just skip seasons 8 through 16 because there's just nothing. There's just nothing worthy to watch. The only episode I can think about that I actually like is the one episode where Thomas and Diesel race each other like 3 times and then crash into Ari and Bert. That's only because Ari and Bert actually appeared, because I really like Ari and Bert. So, Push Me, Pull You is the greatest episode ever. I do not remember that one. What is that? Push Me, Pull You. No, don't push me to the edge. Push Me, Pull You. Oh, the one where Scarloey splatters liquids everywhere. That one, it's all right. Oh yeah, what a great episode. Scarloey and Reneus are very in character. Uh-oh. Before this Tuong Chuong guy got timed out, he asked if I played Minecraft. No, I do not, but I kind of want to get into it. I kind of want to get into Minecraft. But I don't have like, I have the Switch, but apparently that version is bad. I want to get like a PC at one point. So, you know what I should do is like play Smash on stream. That'd be funny. I should get my Bowser Jr. into Elite Smash live. That would be funny. That would be really funny. All right. Feel free to. I'm probably not going to take down this set. I'm just scared that my face is actually going to reveal itself. So that's all I'm worried about. It's just an accidental face reveal. I could close the computer or like lower the camera, but then you'd have nothing to watch. So I'll just pass on the set building for tonight. All right. Xbox One is honestly the best for gaming. That's how I played Jedi Fallen Order and Battlefront 2. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox. That's the problem. Because I mainly play Nintendo games. So Rusty got a smaller face in season 12. It's like a small face never left. I wish it stayed that way to CGI, but apparently not. I wish the narrow gauge engines would speak more in CGI because they speak like twice every 3 years, which is abysmal because, of course, they need to push this whole Steam Team crap down everybody's throats, which is a stupid premise to begin with because it's just bootleg Paw Patrol, I guess. I want a Trackmaster Alfie just to have it. Honestly, I do want to get the pack because it would be great for set dressing, and I do want to write a couple stories about them. But the problem is all the Trackmaster versions are incredibly rare. Like Trackmaster Oliver, Ned, they never even made Isabella or Kelly or Max Romani. But the ones they did make, Alfie, Jack, Ned, and Oliver, they're all so rare. So I'm just going to end up getting the freaking Wooden Railway or Take-Along versions because they're cheaper. They don't look too bad. They might be a bit jarring and stand out on sets, but oh well. At least I have them. So TWR is the way to go with the pack. My only thing is the magnet's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Except Oliver. Yeah, if I can get my hands on the Trackmaster Oliver the Excavator, I absolutely will because the Wooden Railway one is just abysmal. Oh, I think there was like a take-along one too that doesn't look too bad. It's just too brightly colored. All right. All right. Man, I really clickbaited you guys in this freaking thumbnail or in this freaking title. I'm going to change it real quick because this is not good. Changing the name of the stream so as to not clickbait people. I'm just going to say let's talk live. Thoughts on Bachman? I would collect it if it wasn't so expensive because I am broke as crazy. It does look really good. Some of the faces don't look very good, like Thomas and James, but a lot of the Bachman models themselves. But the models themselves are beautiful looking. Duck is like the Bachman Duck is by far the best piece of Duck merch out there, for sure. So he made Kelly. He was just basically a plastic, and I think he's crank and extend take and play version. Okay, hear me out. A Mystery Incorporated style episode, only to find out that the real logical explanation was that a troublesome truck was just telling a Halloween story. That's honestly not a terrible idea. Although I don't like those episodes where like all this crazy stuff happens, a major character dies, and then all of a sudden, boom, someone wakes up and it's just a dream. And the entire episode is just deemed useless. That's what I don't like is those episodes where it's just like everything happens, there's all this crazy stuff, and then it's just a dream. Nothing actually happened. Remember when Boulder was blue? I have the blue Boulder. I just don't know where it went. I haven't seen it in years. But I mean, it was with me when I moved houses, but I have not seen it since. I do not know where he went. He's down here somewhere, probably hidden in a bucket or something, but I can't find him. I have an idea of where he might be, but so. Okay. I'm probably going to wrap the stream up in about 30 minutes or so. So Let's see what else we can talk about. I do want to do these more often because it's cool to be able to talk to my audience, and when my audience gets bigger, hopefully my live streams will get more attention. But Boulder sees no god other than himself. Freddy is the true number 7. Ivo Hugh is very boring. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do about that, the whole Ivo Hugh versus Freddy thing, because I don't know how I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to make someone number 8, because ideally I'd like to make Duke number 8, but I don't know how to justify introducing Ivo Hugh before Duke or Freddy before Duke, especially. I don't know how to justify any of that. I might end up making Duke number 7, have them battle it out for 8 and 9, just to troll people. That would be kind of funny, actually. I might make Duke number 7, or just make him numberless. I had a crazy, wacky idea for the movie, and I'm definitely going to do it. And it includes Bertram. So Bertram's going to be in the movie, too. I forgot to mention that. Bertram's going to be in the Duke movie. So. Anyone have any questions about my series or my videos in general? Are you going to watch the Tatmer Perry tomorrow? Absolutely. I am pumped for it. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what all or I've seen like the first hour of it because he released it, but then he unlisted it. But I can't wait to see how the rest of it plays out. It's going to be really cool to see. So I'm definitely excited for that. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to block the camera and see what my battery's at. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Battery's fine. It's at like 70. It'll last another 2 or 3 hours, honestly. So, how does my audio sound? I know my camera quality isn't great, but is my audio okay? That's what I'm worried about. It's going to sound echoey because I'm in my basement, but it shouldn't. I don't think it. Hopefully, it doesn't. Actually, I should turn my volume on. It shouldn't. I don't think it. Hopefully, it doesn't. Actually. Okay, it sounds fine. It's fine. I was worried about my audio. I hope it didn't sound too choppy. So, I was going to release a video today, but now that I'm streaming, I don't really see the point. I'm just going to call this today's video. But my goal for the rest of the summer, like until mid-September, is videos twice a week, Wednesday and Saturday. That's what I'm going for right now. So the next video, I have it uploaded, just unlisted, is going to be I made like a little mini Lego city about 3 or 4 months ago. It's kind of messy now because I'm rebuilding something, but I did a little tour of it. It's like 3 minutes. That's going to be the next video. It's going to be next Wednesday. And then after that, it's going to be the Playrel James review, which I've held for about a year. And then after that, I'm going to do a preview for episode 7. Hopefully by then it'll be ready. So I should, after making this today's official video, I should be able to push the episode back to September 5th, which gives me 3 more days. And school still doesn't start for me till after Labor Day, so I should be okay. And then after episode 7 comes out, I'll have the bloopers behind the scenes, and then the Time of Joy will be ready. Then I'll do another review. And then I don't know what I have planned from there, but that's the plan for basically the rest of August and September. So that's how that's going to go. Which episode of your series did you enjoy making so far? I mean, episode 7's been fun, but I got to say episode 2. Episode 2 was just an absolute blast to make. It was an absolute blast to film. It was not that difficult to edit. It was very long. It was fun to film all the stock footage and build all those sets. And the episode itself still holds up well. I might end up like I might end up shoot. What was I gonna say? Shoot. What was I gonna say? Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I remember. I might end up re-recording it because my voice, and same with episode 1. I might end up refilming episode 1 and re-recording it, and then I might re-record episode 2 because my voice is just so high pitched. It's not even funny. It's kind of wacky how it's so ridiculous how high pitched my voice was back then. And it honestly makes me cringe because the episode itself would be really good if it wasn't for my high pitched squeaky voice. Because I recorded episode 1 back in freaking September of 2018, and then episode 2 January 2019. So I just had an idea. Make Freddy battle for number 7 and 8. Fred, if he is even introduced, will be 9, and Duke will be 10, and so on for Bertram. Yeah, so narrow gauge engine, like a lot of the mid-Sodor engines probably will not appear in the Scarlet Railway. I haven't really decided their fates yet. Bertram probably will. Luke probably will. Mighty Mac. Fred, Ivo, Hugh. Proteus will not be his SKR engine because, I mean, in case you couldn't already tell, he's a freaking ghost. He's dead. And you're going to see, and yeah, Proteus' death will be explained in the movie. You're going to see Proteus die on screen. That's just a little spoiler warning to the 4 people watching. Proteus will die in the movie. Honestly, it's not that big a surprise. Literally every other fan series has had Proteus die. It's the easiest character to kill in the show. It's the easiest character to kill off. But my goal behind it is to actually add some weight to his death and not just make it feel like, oh, well, Proteus died. Oh, well. Again, Proteus died again. Oh, well. Millie doesn't matter unless Ulfstead Castle exists. Yeah, I'm probably going to introduce Ulfstead Castle and Stephen and Sir Robert Normanby probably later in the show, as in like 80s and 90s, which is when I think is a good time period for Sir Robert to be the age that he is, in like his 60s and 70s, or his 50s and 60s. Can we see your car shelves? In a moment. You watch VeggieTales or My Little Pony? No, I do not. I don't really watch much TV, to be honest. I don't really watch many other kid shows, especially. So, all right, car shelves. I gotta make sure my picture isn't anywhere here. Okay, we're good. Car shelves. Let me unplug my phone real quick from the Chromebook. All right, so this is what I got so far. These are my Thomas shelves. They're kind of empty because a few engines are on. And these are my car shelves. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my phone so I can look at the chat. So yeah, these are the car shelves. They look really cool in my opinion. There's the top shelf. Not many people got a good look at that. And then going down below, I sorted it by like areas of the movie. This is like the Radiator Springs area, Piston Cup, and Mater's Tall Tales, and then Planes Fire and Rescue, and these are like the little sets. And then this is Cars 2, so like the Lemons and the Spies, the World Grand Prix stuff, and then these are a bunch of my Hot Wheels racers, and then more Hot Wheels, and then Flo's V8 Cafe down there. And then the top shelf is my oil rig set with RC, Finn, and Mater, and then books. So that's basically the shelves. That's my Star Wars shelf. I've got Rebels, Millennium Falcon up here with my big Lego figures. First Order, Battle of Endor, a bunch of sets on these two as well. So That's basically it. And here's the Thomas shelves, which I really like. This is for narrow gauge rolling stock. This is for standard gauge rolling stock. Obviously, I want to fill these more, and I might end up replacing this Thomas shelf, this small one, and this blue one someday to get like bigger shelves like this. But only when I get like enough engines to actually fill the shelves. So those are all my shelves. I'm probably going to do a video of another studio tour later this year. I don't plan on making any other changes to it this year. So once I get my Lego City reassembled, organize everything after episode 10's wrapped, and cleaned under my Lego table, I'm probably going to do another studio tour. So I need to get some shelves like those someday. Honestly, I was kind of inspired by turtles to do that. But I mean, they just look so cool on display. Like the cars especially look really good on display. Yeah, and some of my Trackmaster engines do too. So, and honestly, I think I'm like the first person to actually like display rolling stock, because not many people do that. People just display the engines, but I like to display the rolling stock too, and I like the fact that I put it right next to the table because it's so easy after I build a set to just grab a piece of rolling stock and put it on the set. I just had an idea. Make Freddy battle for number 7 and 8. Oh, you already mentioned that. I already read that. I'm stupid. I'm gonna bug bite on my leg. 10:45. Good God. Good God. I might stream for a little longer. I might go to like 11:15. Honestly, I'm having a good time. Only 4 people watching though. It's starting to die down. I think Express left a little while ago. Let's see here. I don't have much else planned, honestly. I don't really know what to talk about. So if anyone else has questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. As long as they're not stupid or personal. Oh yeah. While I'm at it, I need to plug something. I mean, he's already like a big YouTube channel, but subscribe to Alpharad and listen to his music. It is so good. Like his band Ace of Hearts, his music, it's so good. Listen to Silver Lining. It's like his best song, or Lighter Than Air. Both of those songs are just so good. Listen to those songs. They're really good. You'll like them. I wonder if Molly or Dennis will do anything in a project. I don't have Dennis yet, but I mean, he shouldn't be too hard to get. I'm probably gonna get 2 of them to make one in a Norman. But yeah, Dennis probably will appear. I do have plans for Molly. Probably like season 4 or 5, because I want the show to be 8 to 12 seasons. 12 seasons max, 8 seasons minimum. So I'm looking at like 10 right now, but I don't want it to be 9 or 11. I want it to be like 8, 10, or 12 seasons, because that's like a good way to finish it off. It all just depends on how the storyline actually goes and how I want it to flow. I don't want to cram a huge storyline into 80 episodes, but I also don't want to drag it out for 12 seasons. So I really need, because I don't know when I want to like introduce Adam Norman, who's the main character. I'm thinking season 3 right now, but it might have to be pushed back to like later in season 3, because season 3 is going to be like mid to late 60s, and he's still young by then. Dennis and Oliver have such unique Trackmaster models. I've taken apart Oliver so many times for that Scrap Oliver custom. Yeah, a lot of the characters have similar molds, similar motors, and similar like functions, but Oliver especially is like really unique. Like the way he's unscrewed to put the battery in isn't really unique, but his body is really unique, and his motor, as far as I can tell, I think it's the same as like Flora's or like Charlie's, but hmm. So chat seems to be dying down, probably because I'm not talking about anything interesting. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's see here. Nothing from the chat. I might shut this down in a few minutes then, because the chat seems to be dying down. Only down to 4 viewers. Other than that, I'm probably gonna shut it down at 11. So Nia doesn't exist on Sodor was a dream. I wish. What do you think of season 7? It's all right. I don't really know where to put it. I'm not sure if I really want to get into the whole debate of does it belong in the classic series or not. Because honestly, for me, it's just 1 through 5, and then 6 through 7 is kind of like the transitional era, I guess. But I mean, they're not bad seasons, but they're just not as good as 1 through 5. So I don't really know where to put them, because I'm definitely not putting them with the hit era, but I don't really want to put them with the classic era either. They're kind of like their own era, to be honest. Like the early 2000s era, like 2000 to 2003. What'd you guys think of the train spotting video? I didn't really get any feedback on it. Just one person that was like asking a bunch of questions, and then um literally like no one else commented on it. I was kind of sad, because the thing I like most about the video uploading is the feedback I get in the comment section. That's what I look at. I don't really look at the likes or dislikes. I kind of just look at what people actually have to say about the video. And I was really happy with the train spotting video. And the music I used is from my favorite video game at the moment, which is Breath of the Wild. So I was pretty pleased with that video. The ending was a bit rushed because a lot of the shots were really difficult to get and span out. So I liked it. I thought it was neat. Thank you, Trainmaster and Little Western Duo. Thoughts on Madge and Colin the Crane? There isn't really much to them, to be honest. I don't really have. I kind of forgot those characters existed. I kind of forgot that like a lot of like the non-rail characters exist, or like the non-engine characters exist, because not many of them are going to serve much of a role at all. Like even Annie and Clarabelle are kind of just vibing in the background. They spoke like twice. Like they had a few lines in episode 6 and then spoke like twice in episode 2. And that's about it. And that's about all they're probably going to speak in the finale, and that's probably it. Also, Trackmaster Madge sucks. I forgot they made a Trackmaster Madge. Is she rare? Because I would like to acquire her. Hello, Peter Sam Studios. Hey, we got 6 people watching now. Peter Sam Studios, I'm sticking around for a little bit longer. But I am planning on shutting it down within the next 10-15 minutes. She has no eyebrows. That's Okay, that's not a good first impression. Oh, wow. Does that say very rare? Yeah. She's like really squished. She doesn't really have a trailer. Because she kind of has like cargo. I don't know if it's like detachable. And there's no way she's pulling Duncan, especially with how long he is. He's so ridiculously long. Trackmaster Colin. I didn't know that existed either. Oh yeah, it does. So it does. Interesting. That's not a bad looking model either. Yeah, that's a really good looking model. I like the detail on his face. What's up, Duck the Waddling GWR 08? Red wheels for Bill and Ben. I might end up doing that one day. I might make that modification. Because I do like them with black wheels, but them having red wheels is not the worst idea. I might get like the newer style versions of Bill and Ben and then give them red wheels that way. That's not a terrible idea. I'll probably do that someday. My Discord server got raided. That's a rip. And I'm so ambitious with this project, dude. These projects, just in like this series in general. Like I'm already talking like 3 or 4 years in the future where I have the money to acquire another Bill and Ben to give them red wheels. Honestly, it's like the least of my priorities, but now that you mention it, it's actually like not a terrible idea. Am I the only one who prefers the black wheels on Bill and Ben? I don't really have a preference because they both look good. Like Bill and Ben having black wheels in the classic series worked for them in the classic series, but them having red wheels in the CGI era, it doesn't honestly. It doesn't. I don't prefer one over the other. I recommend getting the C inside rolling stock. Best things ever made. Yeah, I want to get the green coaches like so bad. I don't think they're too rare either. I could probably get my hands on them. I want to get the 2 C inside green coaches. Those would be sick to have. And I forget what the other. I think there's mail cars too, like the C inside mail car. I think those are pretty rare, but I don't think the green C inside car should be too hard to acquire. Do you have Discord? Yes, but it's like a personal Discord, and the server I'm in is like me and my personal friends. So I'm not gonna leak it or give it away. I'm not gonna. And I'm definitely not inviting anyone to that server because it's just people from my school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the account is named after my dog, so it's not that big. Whatever. Duck says he has the green inside coaches. Green coaches are pretty cool. Yeah, they do look really cool. Speaking of green coaches, I need to get like more of Emily's green coaches because I got one for Christmas, but I need more. I want at least 2 more because I do really like this coach and I really want to use it, but it just wouldn't look right with just the one. So I might end up getting like another Emily or something because none of her couplings work. And I also need to get a second of this coach. This came with like a 2010 Rusty, I think. And I found them everywhere on eBay, so I should easily be able to get 2 of them. And I also need the Red Express coaches. I would like more red. I need more coaches just in general. I need the Red Express coaches, the red narrow gauge coaches. I have the blue ones, and I use this blue brake van that came with Bash or Dash. I forget which one. And I need more green Express coaches. I might get more Annie and Clarabelle's, take off the stickers, and just use them as regular branch line coaches too. So I might get another Henrietta to make it Hannah. Are you doing green wheels for Oliver? It would be tricky because this middle wheel part, I would have to paint the middle wheels green, or like these two wheels I could swap for green, but these ones I would have to paint because they're like unique to the engine, I believe. I don't think there's any way I could get them like this. So I would have to paint them green, which isn't and it would be tough because these wheels are like attached to the chassis. So it would be really tough. So it's not like the top of my priorities. I have the Trackmaster Green Express coach, but the red ones look a lot better. I just want to get like 2 or 3 more Green Express coaches, then I'm set. And if I get like 3 Red Express coaches, like 4, I'm content with that as well. I don't need like 10 Green Express coaches to be happy. I just need like 4, because I could just reuse them for different engines. Same with the red ones. I would also like to get like those blue Express coaches that came with like the Talking James, and also Connor, like a bunch of Connor and Caitlin's coaches, which would be really cool because I don't have Connor and Caitlin yet. I just need more coaches. I need those green narrow gauge coaches too. I got my 4 red branch line coaches from my 2 Olivers. Yeah, that's ideal. Apparently Oliver is not rare, supposedly. I think he's just rare in America. That's the problem. In the UK, you could probably get him really easily. But in America, they never sold him in America. So it's harder to acquire him. And I assume the shipping prices are through the roof because he's so freaking rare. So Connor and Caitlin are pretty forgettable. Yeah, they don't have much of a personality. I liked the Cautious Connor episode though, and the one Caitlin episode where she like kept everybody awake or something. I think it was something like that. That was a good episode. The Emily and Caitlin episode was okay. I'm just not fond of Emily as a character. So any Emily episode, I immediately dislike. Japan gets all the good stuff. That's facts. Like Playrail nowadays isn't as good as it used to be, but at least it's not complete utter garbage. Oh, calm down, Caitlin. That's right. Yeah, because she just gets like too bouncy and it's basically like the one episode in like season 13 or 14 where Thomas wakes everybody up pulling the mail train, but better because it's not Thomas pulling the mail train for the 30th time, even though he acts like it's his first. Mm. Man, that ice cream is good. I got ice cream at a ice cream shop today. It was really good. Thomas pulls the aquarium cars. That is a very cursed title. One day I'd like to start doing the StreamYard thing and start adding people, but the problem is I'm kind of nervous to actually like talk to people like through calls and stuff. So I haven't, because literally no one, I haven't talked to anyone in this fandom like through a call, or let alone got like not at all met in person. So I kind of keep to myself. So except on Twitter. So check out the Magic Railroad parody.
Oh no.
I'm so excited for that tomorrow.
It's switching time to a Chromebook that updates automatically. Switch to updates without interruption. Switch to Chromebook.
The movie's gonna be so good. Emily's new CGI episodes are mostly here sad about something. Emily saves the world, best engine ever, and Emily's best friend. What's Emily's best friend? I forget that one. Oh, I know what you mean. The season 24 episode. Oh yeah, that's true. Emily's new CGI episodes are mostly her sad about something. Yeah, that's literally all of her episodes. She's just sad that she's like not a good character, basically. And that there's like no. Well, she is unique because she has like 3 different personalities, and they all change between each of her episodes. At one point, she's like the older sister. The next point, she's just like the bratty sister that doesn't shut up. And then the next episode, she's just like all quiet, shy, and sad. She has like 3 personalities, and none of them work for her. Which is why I don't know what to do with Emily in my series. Like Sir Handel, it's one thing. They just like made him a not interesting character for CGI because he doesn't do anything in CGI. He's spoken maybe 6 times in CGI, so there's not much to talk about with Sir Handel. And then Miller era, that's just not even worth mentioning because they completely derailed his character. But like classic series Sir Handel, he works because he's just a tool bag. He's a complete douche. Like Duncan just grumbles and complains and is a show off, whereas Sir Handel is just like a jerk. So I do like Sir Handel's old personality, and I do want to have him mature in my series, but he's still gonna have that attitude and that douchebag in him as the series goes on. He's not gonna be like the nice engine. He's gonna be a bit of an a-hole at some points, especially in the movie. So, all right, only 3 people watching. I might end up shutting this down in a few minutes. I know I've said it a lot, but we're really narrowing down here. So if anyone has any last minute questions before I shut this thing down, go ahead and post them in the chat. And I'm probably going to shut this down in a few minutes. Meanwhile, I'm probably going to start cleaning up because I put a lot of engines on this table. All right. And literally no one's commented. Okay. It's all right. I'm going to shut her down. So, all right. So I think I'm officially going to shut this down. It's getting pretty late. No one's really saying anything. So let me block this camera real quick. No one sees my face. Thank you all. Oops. I accidentally clicked on a different tab. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Yes. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.